Most people get this wrong when they try to start a company in the Bahamas. They think it is just about registering offshore and opening a bank account. But the reality is very different. One missing compliance step, one wrong structure, or one incomplete document can delay everything for weeks. Here's the truth no one tells you. Starting a company in the Bahamas is actually straightforward, but only if you follow the exact legal process in the right order. If you skip steps, it becomes confusing fast. If you follow steps correctly, it becomes one of the most efficient offshore setups in the world. And in this guide, you will understand everything step by step, even if you have zero legal experience. Quick promise. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to choose the right business structure in the Bahamas, how registration works, what documents you need, how long it takes, what it costs, and the mistakes that cause most delays for foreign entrepreneurs. Now let's start from the beginning, because the first decision you make will shape your entire company's setup. The first thing you need to understand is that the Bahamas is one of the most established offshore jurisdictions in the world. It is known for business-friendly regulations, strong privacy frameworks, and relatively simple incorporation processes compared to many countries. But here's where it gets interesting. Even though the system is simple, compliance rules are strict. That means everything depends on doing things correctly from day one. So let's begin with the most important step. What? Choosing your company structure. In the Bahamas, the most common structure for international entrepreneurs is the International Business Company, also known as an IBC. This is the standard offshore company type used for global business, asset holding, consulting, trading, and digital businesses. Now here's the problem. Many beginners overthink this step and consider unnecessary structures that do not match their goals. In most cases, if you are a non-resident entrepreneur, the EBC is the simplest and most efficient option. So let's simplify it. If your goal is international business, online services, consulting, e-commerce, or holding assets, the EBC structure is usually the best fit. It offers flexibility, tax advantages depending on jurisdiction rules, and simplified reporting requirements. Now imagine someone named Alex. Alex runs an online consulting business serving clients in Europe and the US. He does not need a local retail company in the Bahamas. He needs a clean offshore structure. So he chooses an IBC type. That is the exact mindset you should have. Match structure to purpose, not complexity. Now once you have chosen your structure, the next step is company name selection. Your company name must be approved before incorporation. It must be unique and compliant with naming rules. It cannot mislead, cannot duplicate existing companies, and must meet regulatory guidelines. Now here's where most people fail. They choose names too quickly without checking availability or reserving alternatives. That leads to delays. So the smart approach is simple. Prepare at least 2 or 3 name options. Submit them through a registered agent. And wait for approval before proceeding. Once your name is approved, you move to the incorporation stage. Now this is where the process becomes more structured. In the Bahamas, you cannot usually register a company directly by yourself as a foreign investor. You must use a licensed registered agent. This is a legal requirement. The registered agent handles documentation, submission, and communication with the Registrar General's department. Now here's where it gets interesting. The registered agent is not just paperwork support. They are part of the compliance system. That means choosing the right agent is important for speed and reliability. So you submit your details to the agent. They prepare your incorporation documents. These documents typically include your memorandum and articles of association, shareholder details, director details, and company structure information. Now here's the problem. Many beginners underestimate the importance of document accuracy. Even small inconsistencies can delay approval. So everything must match perfectly. Names, passport details, ownership structure, and signatures must all be aligned. Let's go back to Alex again. Alex tries to rush his documents without double-checking. His application gets delayed because his address format does not match official requirements. Small issue, but it causes a week of delay. This is very common in offshore setups. Now once your documents are prepared, they are submitted to the Registrar General. This is the official government authority responsible for company registration in the Bahamas. They review your application, verify compliance, and approve incorporation. Now here's where it gets interesting. In many cases, Bahamas company registration can be completed relatively quickly compared to other jurisdictions. If everything is correct, it can be processed efficiently. But if anything is missing, it goes into review cycles, which delays everything. Once approved, you receive your certificate of incorporation. This is the official document proving your company legally exists. Now you might think the process is finished. But there are still important steps left. Next comes the register of members and directors. Even though Bahamas IBTA for privacy, you still need to maintain internal corporate records. These are usually handled by your registered agent or corporate service provider. Now let's talk about compliance requirements. One of the biggest advantages of Bahamas companies is simplified reporting. However, that does not mean zero responsibility. You still need to maintain basic compliance, including annual renewal fees, registered agent maintenance, and internal record keeping. Now here's where many beginners get confused. They assume offshore means no rules. That is incorrect. It simply means simplified and structured rules. Now let's talk about banking. Opening a corporate bank account is one of the most important steps after incorporation. This allows you to actually operate your business globally. Banks will require your incorporation certificate, company documents, shareholder identification, proof of address, and a business explanation. Now, here's the problem. Many applications get delayed at this stage because the business activity is not clearly explained. Banks need to understand how your company operates, where money comes from, and how transactions will flow. So clarity is key. If you are like Jake, who runs an online SaaS platform, you should clearly explain your subscription model, customer base, and revenue flow. That makes approval much smoother. Now let's talk about timelines. In most cases, Bahamas company formation can take a few days to a couple of weeks depending on document readiness and agent processing speed. The fastest cases happen when everything is prepared correctly from the start. Now, let's talk about costs. Costs include registered agent fees, government fees, incorporation fees, and banking setup costs. The total varies depending on service providers and company structure, but the Bahamas is generally considered a premium offshore jurisdiction, so costs reflect that level of service. Now let's talk about foreign ownership. One of the key advantages of the Bahamas is that it is highly open to foreign investors. You do not need to be a resident to own or operate an IBC. This is one of the reasons it is popular for international business owners. However, compliance with international banking regulations is still required. That means transparency and documentation are important when working with financial institutions. Now let's cover the most common mistakes. The first mistake is choosing the wrong structure. The second mistake is using incomplete or inconsistent documents. The third mistake is not using a proper registered agent. The fourth mistake is rushing bank account applications without preparation. And the fifth mistake is ignoring ongoing compliance obligations. Avoiding these mistakes alone can save you weeks of delays and unnecessary costs. Now let's make this practical. If you are starting today, follow this sequence. First, define your business purpose. Second, choose your company name. Third, appoint a registered agent. Fourth, prepare incorporation documents. Fifth, submit to the Registrar General. Sixth, obtain your certificate. Seventh, open your bank account. And finally, maintain compliance. If you follow this order, the process becomes predictable and efficient. And here is the final insight. Starting a company in the Bahamas is not about complexity. It is about structure and correct sequencing. Once you understand the system, it becomes one of the most streamlined offshore setups available globally. Now you already understand the full process clearly, which puts you ahead of most beginners who try to guess their way through it. To summarize, you now know how company structures work, how registration flows, how compliance and banking fit in, what mistakes to avoid, and how to plan your offshore company step by step. If you found this guide helpful, Make sure to like this video, leave a comment with your business idea, and subscribe for more detailed guides like this. Because once you understand how global business systems work, building companies anywhere becomes much easier.